And now we start working with module number 2. Question 1. In the xy plane, the graph of the equation y is equal to 3 to the x power is translated 6 units down. What is the equation of the resulting graph? Translating or shifting 6 units down means you need to add -6 to the end of the function. So 3 to the x power, then we write -6 here. If it's up, you write +6 here. And if it's right or left, you write the plus or minus up here in the exponent, but with the opposite sign. I mean, when it moves right, you need to write -6. If it moves left, you write +6 beside the x here. But as long as we are moving up and down, we write the numbers at the end of the equation or at the end of the function. So the answer is letter C. Question number 2. A line in the xy plane passes through the points 0 and 2, 1 and -3. What is the equation of this line? So as long as it's a line, so we can write a linear equation that can be also written on Desmos by creating a table. Add a table here, and as you can see here, you just zoom in, insert a table, and this table can contain only two values, 0 and 2, and 1 and -3. Once you create a regression, make sure that it's a linear regression. You have the whole equation as you can see here. So y is equal to -5x plus 2, which is the option letter B. Question number 3. If f of x is equal to 3x plus 3 and g of x is equal to 3x, so we have two functions. What is the value of 7f of 4 minus g of 4? So we can write them all on Desmos also to just substitute. So f of x is equal to x plus 3. We write it like this. And then g of x is equal to 3x. Then we can get the value of 7f of 4 minus g of 4. Just write them down here. 7f of 4 minus g of 4. And you get the answer as 37 without making any calculation, which saves us too much time. Question number 4. If 5a over b is equal to 3.5, and a over bn is equal to 17.5, what is the value of 1 over n? As long as we have two sentences and then one expression needed to be written at the end, so we can consider writing the square parentheses like this, or the lists of values, and we write this tilde sign between them. And start from the left side, we write 5a over b, 5a over b. And then we go to the right and write the value of this, which is equal to 3.5. Then we go left again. After the comma, we write a over bn, a over bn. And this will be equal to 17.5. And the question gives us some information about some values of a, b, and n, but we need to get the value of 1 over n. So we can write down here 1 over n equals, and the answer is given as 25. So the answer of this question is 25. Question number 5. Which expression is equivalent to this, where v is greater than 0? If you look here, you see a division, and then v to the power of 12 is up and v to the third power is down. When we divide, we need to consider subtracting the exponents. So v should be equal to 12 minus 3, which is equal to 9, and then these numbers can be easily divided. So 6 over 8 is equal to 1 over 3. So that's our answer, which is very similar to this, v to the 9th power over 3. And then the answer is letter B. Question 6, which expression is equivalent to this? Here we can have, if you have a negative sign between the two polynomials, you need to distribute the negative sign to the second polynomial. So we write this again without any changes, but we can only remove the parentheses. So we can write 6t to the 4th minus 6t squared plus 4t minus 2. All of them are the same, but here the negative changes everything that comes after it, that come after this one. So negative 5t to the 4th plus, instead of minus, 3t cubed. And instead of this positive 7t squared, we write minus 7t squared. And then instead of this negative 2, we write plus 2. And we can now combine the like terms, which have the same exponent. So this one and this one are the same. So 6 minus 5 is equal to 1, t to the power of 4. And then we go to the t to the power of 3, which is the only one here. So we have plus 3t to the third power, and then we go to the t squared. We have one of them is here and the other is here. So negative 6 minus 7 is negative 13, negative 13t squared. Then we combine the t, and we have only this one available. So we write plus 4t, and then we go to the numbers. And in the numbers that are constants, we don't have t, this one and this one, because this is negative 2 and this is positive 2. They cancel each other, and that's the resulting answer. So we can see it here at letter A. Question 7. We have a table of values, and the table shows 4 values of x and their corresponding values of y. There is a linear relationship. The linear relationship means this is an equation that can be written as y is equal to mx plus b, the same as Desmos gave us. And then we can also write it as the other form, which is called the standard form, ax plus by is equal to c. So we can see this or this one. The options are given in this way. Look, all of them are given in the standard form. But no problem if Desmos gives you the way or the form written like this one, you can easily convert it. So we can use Desmos to write the equation by adding a table and write only 2 values of these, just 2, because the line can be identified by only 2 points. So 2 points are enough for any line to be drawn or to be known as an equation. So we can write negative 6 here with 65, and when we write negative 3 as input, the output is 56. And then we can add a regression, make sure that's a linear, and this is our equation. Y is equal to negative 3x plus 4. Y is equal to negative 3x plus 4. We have to do something because this is not available here. So we can just move the 3x to the other side because we need them all to be in the standard form. Standard form is where the x and y are both in the left side before the equal sign, and after the equal sign we have only numbers. So we can do that by moving the negative 3x to the other side. We have 3x plus y is equal to 4, but still don't see this. But we see the multiples of them. Let's look at the 3x here. Of course, it cannot be letter C because we have 9y. This is only y. 3x also plus 9y, which makes C and D incorrect answers. But we can check for A and B by multiplying the equation, the whole equation by 3. Because we can see the 3x to be 9x, just multiply by 3. So 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. So we have 9x plus 3 multiplied by y is 3y, and then this number is 47. So we multiply this number by 3 also, and we get 141. So you can see that answer is letter A. Question 8. For the polynomial function f, a solution to the equation f of x is equal to 0 is x is equal to 7. And one of the factors is x plus 5. Which of the following could be the graph of this y equals f of x in the xy plane? So we have f of x is equal to 0, which means y equals to 0 when x is equal to 7. And that means a point which is 7 and 0. The x coordinate is 7, the y coordinate is 0. So 7 and 0 is one of the points, which is called the x-intercept, one of the x-intercepts. And then the other one, this is a factor. Factor means x plus 5. When we set it equal to 0, we just move the 5 to get x equals to negative 5 when y is equal to 0 also. Because the factor means y is equal to 0. So we can have another point, negative 5 and 0. And it's also another x-intercept. So you have to get the graph that contains these 2 points, or maybe more than these 2, but these are the given 2 points. If you just look at option A, this point here is Yeah, it's 7 and 0. So one of them is given. And then this one is negative 5 and 0, which is okay. The third one is not given, but it's okay to have it. But you have only these 2 points on the graph. So maybe that A is a correct answer. Look at B. We have 5 and 0. We don't have 5 and 0 in these options. We have 1 and 0, and we have negative 7 and 0. We don't have that. We have positive 7 and 0 and negative 5 and 0. So B is an incorrect one. And this one we have 7 and 0, which is okay, but this is negative 1 and 0, and this is positive 1 and 0, not our points. And here we have 8 and 0, 1 and 0, and negative 3 and 0. All of these points are not given to us. So we have negative 7 and 0 with negative 5, 7 and 0 with negative 5 and 0. These are the 2 points available in this graph of letter A.